Alright. If I tell you guys, it might just be winnable. The only thing is, I know that the enemy jungler this game always goes for like cheese shit early. Like when I used to play versus him in the past, he would always like. I think what he does is he full commits to his bot side and then he like invades the camp. But he used to do that when I would start blue. Like when I would start blue, he would fuck me like that. So maybe if I do red start, he can't fuck me over. Okay. Oh shit! Winning bot! No way. No way we got the winning bot this game. I'm trying to like think of a play that I could go for, but there isn't really any opportunity right now. Unless Ivern ganks mid and I counter gank. Okay. No, just shove this wave in and then we reset. Do I need to go merch as this game, by the way? What's their CC? Ivern Q. It's just Ivern Q, isn't it? No, I don't need it. I'll do this. If I do this, I should be fine. I don't understand. Lucian Nami winning? No way. Yeah, but what if I told you say that, but the last like 20 Lucian Nami blinds I've had have all lost the game? Can you sleep when you're next to me? Oh, nice. Well played, not flashing the Q, bro. Nice. This is good lane state for Jace. I leave this. Because this is going to slow push into him, and then he just gets, like, perma-freeze. Now we just go full clear, and it's winner's queue. It's like now it might just be a little winner's queue scenario. Then just finish clear here. Guys, what do I want to build this game? I definitely need Serpent second. Man, I think I'll Man Serpents into Radiant this game. Yeah, Man Serpents Radiant could actually go crazy. Well, I fucking messed that up really bad. I messed that up cancerously bad. It's because I thought that while I was traveling with R, that my R would hit the Karma, and then I would be able to get on the Kalen. But then it's like Karma flashed away, and then Kalen flashed away, and I was like, oh shit, I guess I'm fucking financially ruined. I don't know, how do you trust bushes without any wards? You keep going into camps without any vision, and you don't get ganked? How do you know there are no any wards or enemies? Well, because League is a game when you're playing as a jungler. It's not a game about proactivity, it's about a game of reactivity. So, like, when you're playing League, a lot of the time it's about process of elimination. Ivern was just bought. We don't see him on the map anymore. He just reset. His blue's respawning. So now with these things in mind, we know that Ivern won't be top. We know that he won't be mid. We know that he won't be top. We know that he'll be on blue. But then after Ivern takes blue, right? Then what's he going to do? Well, process of elimination dictates that either he's going to go for his full clear bot side or he's going to gang top, right? And the reason why I would gang top is because of the way top's wave state is. So now what we do is we just sit here. We clear towards this. And then we look for some kind of like either counter gank on Ivern or kill on Camille. Nice. And it's like we had just seen Ivern mid as well. So we knew he was top side. Process of elimination told us he wasn't top. He wasn't in his jungle. So then maybe he was mid, right? But now Ivern doesn't have blue. And we know that his blue is respawning earlier. So now process of elimination tells me that he has two avenues, right? He's definitely not going to be bot side. He's definitely not going to be here. He's definitely not going to be invading me. So he's either going to be in his top side or he's going to be ganking top with Fizz, right? So now I know that I can just like walk in my jungle completely unwarded because there's no way he's bot. There's no way that he's like anywhere. We know for a fact that he's topside. See? Look, and there he is. And now what does process of elimination tells me? Well, it tells me if he cleared his topside and he went for a mid gank, then his bot camps are 100% up. So what do I want to do? I want to sit there and I want to look for a player on bot side. Because now we don't have vision of him, right? Herald's up. Process of elimination. Where could he be? He could be on Herald or he could be on bot side. So I'm just going to ping that he could be on Herald, right? But it's like now if I were to go for bot side river fights, right? Ivern could be there because of that, right? So now I'm going to go for Dragon, right? Process of elimination tells me Ivern is where? He's either on Herald or he's on his bot side. Look, he just took Herald. So now we can take the Dragon and then we invade his bot side. Why are we going to invade his bot side? Because we have Nami. So now I'm going to say Nami invade Ivern. Right? This is all process of elimination. So now Ivern's going to reset, and he's 100% going to go to his bot side because he did everything there is to do top side, right? So now what do we do? Just back off. Where's Ivern going to be, chat? Bot side. So now we know that Ivern's going to be bot side, so we don't even want to look for a fight. Alright. I could just hold this tower, honestly. So where's Ivern going to be going now, chat? Right after he finished his reset, where did he go? He went bot side. Or he went to mid gank, right? So what is up? His bot side. So now we know that he's going to be here, so I spam ping our bot lane. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to take my top side and then I'm going to invade his top side. Why? Because now by this point of the game, we know his top side is respawning because he hasn't been there in a while, right? So you guys see how the jungle role, it's all about like tracking and it's all about information. I'm not saying like a lot of time you see me and like I'll just be talking and chilling, whatever. But these are all things that are going like on in the back of my mind. Like these are all things I'm thinking about. So now I know that his bot side's up, right? Or his top side, so I'm gonna take all of it. Look at that. Wolves are there. As if by magic, wolves are there. And now now I have two options, right? I could either go for Gromp or I could go for mid fight. But we have Nami on roam, so I want to go mid. See? It's always about making the right decisions. So it's about process of elimination tracking and then making sure that you also make the right decisions. And now by making the right decision, we got Wolves and we got the mid play where I got 2 kills. And now I can go for Gromp, and then after Gromp, what am I going to do? I'm going to dive their top, right? So process of elimination, making the right decisions, always keep in mind all the different angles, right? Different things you could go for. I'm not going to go Gromp. I'm just going to insta go top gank. Kind of a shady death, but it is what it is. This is not. Are you thinking about these while playing, or are the voices saying them to you? But a little bit of both, bro. But that's what I remember last season, right? At one point I was talking to Stevens, right? And Stevens is good friends with this guy, Shaden. Shaden hit rank 1, rank 2, right? He hit rank 1, rank 2 NA. And Stevens would sit there and tell me that when Shaden's playing the game, he has 30 different things going on in his mind at once. And he's always sitting there trying to figure out the best thing of those 30 things to do while also keeping in mind all of these things at the same time. And I remember sitting there thinking, how the fuck can he do that? Isn't that way more information than is even possible to track, right? But the thing about it is that it is, and that's why there are so few players that are challenger, right? So like when I can explain my step-by-step thought process, it's like that's the reason why I'm challenger and you might be gold, for example. Because when you're gold, you just sit there, you respawn, and you're like, okay, let me kill raptors, let me kill Krugs, and then maybe I'm gonna go red after. Whereas I'm sitting here and I say, okay, Ivern's blue just respawned, his entire top side is just respawning. Camille is pushing in, right? Dragon's up in 1 minute, so I want to clear towards Dragon, then set that up. But we see that Ivern's bot, so now I could go for an invade on Ivern into reset, so I could play for his bot side. I just need to see on like what he's doing, right? We look at Camille, we say, oh, Camille might be diveable, so instead, what if I went for enemy topside invade, and then I went for dive on Camille, right? And then we're also looking at mid save. We're saying like, okay, enemy mid is like holding, they're holding wave, they're not really doing much there. So I'm just gonna sit here. We know that Ivern is hemmed in bot side, so let me just sit here and take all of his top side, right? So it's like, oh, Camille's gone. Okay, well then after I take this, I'll take his wolves, and then I could go for mid gank. So it's like the difference is that I have way more information that I'm like consistently and constantly aware of than the average player, and that's the reason why I'm a higher rank than the average player, right? It's all about information. It's all about information. So now more information, right? Dragon spawning in 10 seconds, but there's a little problem. I'm only missing 3 camps for this, so I need to take blue before I do dragon. That way I can have my upgraded smite, right? Most people would just sit there and wait for the dragon to start on spawn, whereas I recognize that my little like smite thing is only missing 1 charge. And now I 100% outsmite Ivern because I have a 300 damage advantage. You see? So it's all these little things that like will come up and you need to keep in mind. So then I see that Herald's respawning, right? Okay, well, Herald's respawning. What do I want to do? I want to clear towards Herald 100%, but at the same time, I also don't need to feel pressure to take Herald because we're only 15.5 minutes in and Herald despawns at 20, right? So I can sit here and I have time to full clear upwards and then after look for Herald after I finish the full clear because I have time to do this because it only despawns at 20. And now I'm looking at him saying, okay, we have our ball lane on roam timer. Our top lane's about to get in lane. He's going to fuck with them. So now we can look for this. But no one shows on the map. Kaylin's here. So now we know that Karma could be here. So Karma and Fizz could both be top right now. Process of elimination. Who's on the map? Who isn't? Look, Karma's top. Fizz hasn't shown yet, but he might be top as well. And now, we don't know where Kaylin is, we don't know where Fizz is, but we're going to assume, look, see? Fizz is here. Boom. See? And look, Kaylin's here too. Do you guys see now that League is not a game that's at all luck-based? And this is one of the reasons why you will never see me as a streamer say, oh, that's so unlucky. Because League isn't a game that's luck based, it's a game where it's all information based. And so long as you're going to sit here, right? And so long as you're going to have access to all of this information and be able to process all of this information, you will easily outclimb everybody that you will ever meet because it's all about information. It's about making the right choice based off the information you have, but also acquiring new information while you're still making decisions and looking for better avenues and routes, right? It's all about this. It's all League is a game that's entirely about information. It's all information. Now reset, we got our serpents. And then we get virtue. Bruh, you say unlucky at the time? No, I don't. You're just making shit up. It's funny because there's really no luck based gameplay in League. The only luck that there ever is if somebody has a crit. Like a lucky crit is the only thing they could ever say is lucky, right? Because everything else can be taken into account. Oh, you got exhausted? Well, the enemy had exhaust left. What did you expect? Enemy lived with 1 HP? Well, you should have realized that your damage output wouldn't be enough and that they could live with 1 HP, right? So it's stuff like that where it's like, League is not a game at all that has any factor of luck whatsoever apart from crit. And that's why crit should honestly just be removed from the game. They should remove crit and instead replace it with damage amplifier. So like 20%, instead of 20% crit, 20% auto attack damage amplifier. Crit has no place in League. You have a master's in Leagueology. Well, I mean, you know, I unironically have probably like 15,000 hours on this game. Unironically. Like, I legitimately have like 15,000 hours on this game. So, it's like I'd hope that after all this time spent playing it, that I would know what I'm doing, you know? The word that I say a lot of the time is unfortunate. Not unlucky, but unfortunate. You will almost never hear me say unlucky. Like, oh man, that's so unlucky. Like, I never say unlucky. And the reason why is because when I was younger, when I was like, I think 15, no, not even, when I was 13, I heard this thing, and I'll tell you guys. And it changed my outlook on everything forever. I heard this thing, and a guy was saying that a lot of the time, right, what will actually separate a good and a bad player, hold on. A guy said that what will actually separate good players from bad players isn't necessarily how they play or things like that, but it's a lot more about how much they know, right? No, that's cancer. So it's like, what do I mean by that? Okay, so imagine like you got one shot by a Rengar, right? Instead of sitting there and screaming, "Riot! Riot! Nerf this shit!" Right? You should sit there and be like, well, before the game started, we knew how broken it was to begin with, so it should never be surprising. The best players on the planet are never surprised by anything. And when I heard that the better you are as a person, the less surprised you become from the things that happen, that's when my mentality entirely like shifted. And I was like, oh shit, interesting. Okay. Honestly, I think we just force mid here. I keep 2 Q-Sacks from Raptors and I one-shot their entire team. Alright, we just play for Baron here and then we can end the game. Enemy team is forced to deal with bot wave, so once they do, we just win. Did I play on delay? 45 seconds. Nice. Now I just get Radiant, and then after that, I think I'll just grab Elixir, and then we end the game. We end the game in one fight, and it's over. Literally just over. It's like it might just be finished. Nice. Nice. Not too shabby. Can you check how much damage your... Yeah, sure. Servant said 1600 this game.